Hello everybody, this is Jisatsu with a video guide on how to properly set up your fleets to attack pirates. This guide is to help reduce your repair costs of your fleets by not just sending in your strongest attacker to attack the enemies with. Okay, let's start by going into dock and I'll show you the setup. For this you need to have one fleet as your tank. In this case, I'm going to select Lust as my tank fleet. Now this fleet is made up primarily of just frigates due to their cost, and they're not worth so much when it comes to repairing in terms of crystals and alloys compared to the destroyers and higher class ships. I like to use about 100 to 120 frigates to tank with. The reason being that the more ships you have in a fleet, it is more likely a great number of those ships will get damaged after the battle. So the less amount of ships you have in the fleet, the less amount of repairs you have to do. And this is just for the tank fleet. Your other fleets will be used as your damage dealers. And this strategy will still apply even if you only have 2 fleets to work with. In this case, my other 2 fleets, Greed and Envy, are made up of mainly destroyers and light cruisers, and a few frigates to fill up the space. If possible, try to set up your admirals on the fleets depending on their roles. Alright, let's go ahead and start looking at pirates. One thing to note is looking at the pirate's strength. In this case, for this pirate, for this demonstration, has a strength of 19,000. The pirate's strength is always a lie. They have higher health and higher shields compared to the ships that we are currently building. Let's go ahead and send our fleets out to demonstrate the tanking strategy. Notice where I am positioning my fleets. During certain battles you may have already experienced, you may have noticed a red circle around the pirate fleet you are attacking. In this case, it is not shown because we have not initiated an attack. But if you have already experienced a few battles, you want to move your fleets close enough to the pirate. By positioning your fleets this close to the pirate, all 3 fleets as shown will automatically join the battle, even though I will only select one to attack with. There will be no need for you to select all 3 fleets individually to battle with. My tank fleet, composed of only frigates, will initiate the attack. The pirate will only target focus on the tank fleet. You should never select group attack. With this many fleets around the pirates, once gathered, there is a great chance the pirate will automatically target something besides the tank fleet. Fast forward, our ships have now arrived. I will now initiate the attack with my tank fleet, the 14,000.
Fleet engaging.
As you can see, my 2 attacker fleets were never touched, only the tank fleet, suffering some losses, but nothing big. I highly recommend you try this strategy out on a smaller pirate, probably something below 7,000. Anything higher will require 2 stronger attacking fleets to support the tank. Now let's look at the battle report. As you can see, I only lost about 4,000 fleet power. My only losses were only a few frigates, nothing expensive, as compared to losing destroyers and cruisers. Now let's bring the tank fleet back to base and look at repair costs. From that battle alone, repair costs on my frigates will cost me 31,000 minerals. If this had been a smaller sized pirate, repair costs would have been much lower. Let's move our damaged fleet over to the dock and replace them with fresh ships. We will try this again, but this time we will tank with our strongest fleet. For this demonstration, I will be using my strongest fleet to battle against this 10,000 pirate. If I were to battle another 19,000 pirate fleet, I would suffer a higher repair cost to my strongest fleet. We'll compare the repair costs of the stronger fleet against a much smaller pirate. Let us go ahead.
Fleet engaging.
Now let's send our ships home and look at the fleet power loss and repair costs. Battling this pirate was a lot easier than the first. As you can see, I only lost about 1,300 fleet power altogether, suffering 0 losses. Now let's go back to base and look at the repair costs of our strongest fleet. Tanking a 10,000 power strength pirate with our strongest fleet costed us about 30,000 minerals, 3,000 crystals, and 30 alloy. But remember, this battle was against a 10,000 strength pirate. If I had battled a 19,000 strength pirate with my strongest fleet to tank at the same duration as the first battle, I would have suffered a much higher repair cost, as well as the cost to replace my lost destroyers and possibly a few light cruisers. It is more cost efficient to replace your frigates than your more expensive ships. I hope this video was informative on how to attack pirates efficiently.